Hey guys, Nick John Wick here. I thought I would jump on as This Is a Ghost has had a major update. It's actually had 2 updates in the last week, so I thought I would jump on and go through that in a little bit more detail for you in the hopes that it helps. So the first thing I want to speak about is the fact that the developers added a lovely battery onto the night vision. Now when I saw this, I laughed out loud properly because us OG hunters that have had this game since December were really spoiled back then. The night vision, you were able to increase the brightness and have a full battery. So now this is going to change our gameplay just a little bit, as both of these things are unlockables. So you can actually now unlock a full battery life and the ability to increase or decrease the brightness on the night vision. The thing is, with the addition of the battery, it can be more difficult. Such a small change can make the game so much more difficult in the sense that you're a little bit more frugal, you could miss these orbs, and also in bigger maps such as Mansion, this is going to be something that you're going to have to find cursed objects such as this really quickly. My advice would be to memorise the locations of the cursed objects, to do a walkthrough of the entire map that you're running, and if you can't find this haze, you go straight away and light the candles and do the Ouija board. So with things like Mansion, etc., as you're walking around, light the candles, because in Mansion there is 10 candles. If you don't see this haze, you can go straight to the Ouija board and ask its favourite room. Because if you want a perfect game, you're going to have to get every bit of info that you need. And that's why I'm moving that book in, because anything it writes has a chance of going into that book. And say it glitches out and you can't see its name or year or whatever on the wall, you can actually right click the book and it will come up. Now, as you can see, we found our orbs, we found our ghost room. Ghost room being the kitchen, and it's actually given me its cause of death without me even seeing the cubes. I just put that in right away. Another huge part of the update is Nuci Games actually changed the way the ghost hunts. Now you can actually see an aura around the ghost and you can hear it from longer distances between 2 and 15 metres. We have our cube event. I'm just going to take a quick photo of this because we already know that poison was the cause of death. And we know we're dealing with Anne Ward. What I've noticed on this particular game is I'm getting quite a lot of activity at the same time. So I'm getting multiple dots everywhere, as you can really see now. And that tells me a lot about this ghost and what type it is. This week's update also brought with it new items which were added to the shop, and that includes the battery for the night vision, new maps, new entities and flashlight additions, craft enhancements that you can buy. Nuci Games has also made it so that you can earn unlimited hunter medals. Now, hunter medals are the medals you win on the tasks and quests that you do. If you get a perfect game, you double that. It's really giving me Shapeshifter vibes, man. But you want to collect as many hunter medals as possible, because these unlock things like the battery on the night vision, like entities, and also, you want to save up as much money as possible and get that new map and new difficulties unlocked. Nuci Games also added a few visual additions, some textures. Now, what worries me? I always take a picture of the shower. Okay, it's worked. It never works for me sometimes, so when I'm trying to go for that perfect run, I get nervous taking a picture of the shower. But yeah, look, you can see the EMF, look at all those dots, right? Now it's really telling about what type of ghost this is for me. Last week's edition and update, okay, this is a lost ghost. Last week's edition brought on, quite a few things. So what Nuci Games did was they increased the chance of writing as the game progresses, which is very helpful, thank you for that. And they also disabled motion blur, which I'm really happy with, but the new map was added. I don't want to say too much about it. If you guys want to see what you do unlock, such as the pictures, the maps and the ghosts, then I'll do an unlockable video soon, so keep your eye open for that. I'm crafting up shapeshifter ammo right away, and that is obsidian. The reason why I'm doing that is I've not had much experience with this ghost, so I want to be ready just as soon as I have to be. But Nuci Games is a solo developer, and he also streams over on Twitch. Now, he has a Discord that he's very active in, and what I love about this developer and this game is the fact that he really listens to his community. Things that have been said such as the motion blur, oh thank you. Things that have been said such as motion blur have been added and updated within the week, which I actually haven't seen from a game developer at all. The fact that he's so on the ball and so, you know, willing to do things for his community, it gives that extra layer onto the game. So if you haven't picked this up yet, guys, I highly suggest you do. There is new additions and updates happening all the time, and it's not a game that you're going to get bored of. So one huge change that Nuci Games has added is when the ghost is hunting, it's actually showing you his aura now from a larger distance. So as before I said, between 2 and 15 metres, which is very helpful, especially when you're dealing with things in ghosts that can slip around ruins, which is very cheeky. So you want to know from which direction it's coming if you can't tunnel or choke the ghost out, which sounds, you know, much more fun than what it is, but basically meaning putting these runes right here into choke points that the ghost has to pass through, and it will undoubtedly trap it. You'll be able to see here in a second the ghost coming and where its aura is, so you'll see that update compared to my last video that I did. There we go. It's given a sneaky LSS right at the very end. But the fact that this ghost stood in the ruin and started spinning shows us that it's the right ghost and ruin type. So we are dealing with a lost shapeshifter. Thank you. It should be maybe one more hit, and that should do us. We have one picture left. Usually I use it to take a picture of all the glitter that comes out the ghost when you kill it. There we go. But what a great addition and update that Nuci Games has given us. In the last week we've had two, and it seems as if every time I turn my game on I have to update it again. So it's not that it's a bad thing. You won't get used to it at all. You're not going to get bored of this game. The amount of updates that the developer does and how he listens to his community is second to none, and it's something that you don't find on games such as Phasmo or Ghost Watchers. So like I said, guys, if you've not picked this game up, try it out. You tell me what you think. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will be updating soon on the new unlockables and new entities that you can get with your hunter medals.